So, welcome everyone, and I'm Monica. I think most of us are aware already. We have been joining the earlier sessions. So, today's session is again, you know, it's an invitation to go much closer and be more intimate with the movements of our own life. Usually, most of us are realizing the importance of slowing down in life. I think the whole global scenario also has pushed us somewhere in that direction only, uh, to slow down and maybe open our eyes to the very existence that we have been missing. So today's session is again an invitation for us to uh, look closely at the movements of the life, because otherwise we just feel boggled up and maybe puppeted around most of the time. So when some of us are connected with Mother and Sri Aurobindo, so Mother and Sri Aurobindo, when they talk about self mastery, becoming a master of ourself, so how can I even think of mastering myself when uh, first of all I don't even understand what are these movements which keep on kind of swaying me here and there. And at one point of time, one comes to this point that one says that okay, enough of it, enough of being puppeted around, and maybe can I look at life in a newer way? Is there something that I'm missing? uh, and then we begin to slow down, begin to maybe notice more of what is going on in my life, right? And why. And then we begin to recognize our old patterns which have been running our lives, and owing to not paying attention to those patterns, we have not cared whether we need to keep them or maybe discard them, enough. And thank you, saying maybe thank you to those old patterns, and time to begin afresh. So all this, again, I'm just kind of giving an overview, and in this session we'll see what we want to touch upon. It's like, again, just like other sessions, uh, it's very organic. I don't have any plan or a pre-structure to this session. That was the broader outline. Yeah, so we'll see if we have some real life challenges, situations. We'll use them as opportunities for each one of us to fearlessly go close to each one of them and see what they have for us. Yeah, so with that, if there is anything that one may take a pause here, and if there is anything, even not even a challenge, if there is any experience that you want to share, yeah, that would be most welcome. It's almost an invitation mm, to begin to live life not from a sense of lack, but from a sense of contentment and fulfillment. Usually the way most part of our lives, the way we have been living, is that that if I'm doing something, I'm doing it so that it completes me. It kind of fulfills me in a sense. And at times it appears that substance or activity or a person or a relationship or office or money or maybe an ambition satisfied, it appears that it has given me fulfillment, right? But then we see that the very soon, it's like in time, it begins to fade away. The disappointment, the lack of kind of sense of lack of fulfillment, it crops up again. So if it had really given me fulfillment, how is it that the fulfillment is not there anymore? What happens? What happens that it feels that I was fulfilled, but that sense of unfulfillment crops up again, and then some other search, and then some other search. And so through these sessions, it's also an invitation that can we begin to realize for our own selves practically that this sense of lack is actually almost a myth. It's just a story that I have been buying myself into. It has no reality to it. And that I forever am complete and fulfilled. And now how would I want to live life from this completion? But again, better said than done. So it's like not like philosophy or theory. We have to completely experience it in our own selves. Yes, Yashu, you wanted to share something.
Monica, but this sense of lack feels so real. I mean, yes, one understands that um, it is not real, but breaking out of this myth,
Yeah,
how does one do that?
it's if we I think we can touch it in several kind of ways, from here, from there, from this angle. We can touch it in various ways. So let's see, touch it in a one kind of a way. So how do I break a myth? I go close to it and I investigate it, right? So this is what we do in these sessions. We go close, we try to go close to it. So for example, if you say that, Monica, now I feel a sense of lack. Now, how do we go close? We go close, we feel it in the body. It appears only like a theory when you have not done it. The moment you start to practically experience it for yourself, you will see the power it has. Okay, so I can think in my mind that, yeah, this is the process or whatever, and I have done it and experienced it for so many years and it's not working. So the mind can easily discard the whole thing. And why? Again, it's a trap, because the sense of lack of self, this sense of separate entity called me, this is almost, it wants to perpetuate itself. It doesn't want to look at itself, because the moment I look at it, kind of the moment I go close, investigate it, I almost see that it is a fume, it is a smoke. It does not have that much of power which I keep on giving it. So what we do is, how do we break, as you said, out of this pattern or a myth? Now, owing to the fact that this sense of lack has been with us for a long, long, long time, although it is an illusion, but still it has become our reality, as you said. So it has lodged itself in our body. And that's why we feel the physical sensation when I think about a sense of lack of worth, right? The mind thinks about it. And where do I feel it? In the body. So how do I go close? Now, in the stories, I have remained enough. That hasn't done much. I'm still there. I'm still in the sense of lack, dripping wet with it. So what do we do? I go close. When I say go close, I stay with the sensation in the body and see what is there to it. क्या है उस बंडल में? जिसको हम सेंस ऑफ लैक कहते हैं, उसमें है क्या? इट मे बी डिस्कम्फर्टिंग, माई बॉडी में बर्न अ लिटिल, आई मे फील अ बर्निंग इन द चेस्ट, it may remain for me for some time. What more? Now again, as I have discussed earlier also, we'd like to again say it for those people who are here for the first time. When I meet a feeling or a sensation or a emotion closely, I do not think about the story, because when I am thinking about the friend, I am not meeting the friend who is sitting right there in front of me. So the whole life is spent thinking that I have met it. I have never met it. That is why it is still there. So let us go close. When I say let us go close, whenever during the day somebody says something, or a memory gets kind of cropped up in the mind, props up in the mind, and the sense of lack comes up again like a jack in the box, it like props up again. What do? I do nothing almost. I let stay the sensation, the raw sensation in the body of so-called sense of lack. Why I'm saying so-called? Because I'm giving it a name. Bird को हम name दे देते हैं ना. I may name a bird black drongo, great babbler, whatever, but the bird is not the name. There is more to bird than the name. For example, I call you Yasho. I may name you, but do I actually know a bit about you? No. So in naming, we limit, we think that we have known the thing. So that's why I'm saying that when I stay with the raw sensation of sense of lack, feeling of lack of worth, I am not good enough. Okay. So these are the labels, these are the names I give them. What I have to do is I have to really go slow, so close to the raw sensation, meet it in the body, meet it in the body. The moment the story about the lack of worth comes, I would not go there, because that is not meeting. That I can make any story about sense of worth, uska to koi end hi nahi hai na. I can connect all the dots together and create a mesh in my mind regarding the sense of worth, sense of lack of worth in my life. So uska koi ant nahi hai. Usme main jaungi, I will forever remain unresolved. Where do I find the ultimate resolution? Here in the body. There is a purpose that we have been given the body. There is a purpose to that sensation. So can I now begin to experiment with this further? Can I begin to meet the raw sensation before it has been labeled as lack of worth, sense of, whatever, call it by any name, and then see what happens. So this is how we break the myth, by going close to it. Again, one story from Shankaracharya, which I have shared many times regarding this only, how to meet. There is something like a snake that I see from far off. And the moment I see the snake, fear crops up in the being. I see, oh my God, I have to save, because I have to walk that path. And the snake is there. So what do I do? What do I do? And it's not completely lit up. It's not that lit up. It's a little dark, little shady. So what do I do? How do I really know whether I need this fear or anxiety or my preparation regarding my armaments, or whether I need to actually go close and see what it is? So the moment I go closer, 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 closer to that so-called snake, I find that, oh my God, it was looking like a snake. It was a rope. So do I need all the preparation that I was doing? Do I need all the anxiety and fear and all the stories that in my head that cropped up in the time I was not meeting it actually? I don't need it. That was just a waste of energy. What I needed was maybe to go enough close that I can know what it is actually. So this is what is, as if, and again, for example, when I say meeting the fear, now a fearful one cannot meet fear. A fearful one is drenched wet in fear. Who can meet fear? Think about it. When I say going close to anxiety, an anxious one cannot meet anxiety. He's too much in panic. Who in me would be able to meet anxiety as if for the first time? So when I actually go close to sense of lack of worth, who am I in that moment? Am I the sense of separate self? Am I the sense of lack? Because the person who is already drenched wet of the sense of lack, that sense of lack cannot go closer to sense of lack. It makes no sense. He does not have the power. So what can go close to the sense of lack? Who has the power in me of investigating the sense of lack?
The one that is detached from it.
Yeah. Yes. Say it. Just reflect a bit more. What other name can you give it? Again, that is one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. One who is not completely it, right? One who is not completely that sense of lack. One is one who is larger than that sense of lack. Yeah. So in that moment of going close to anything that you want to meet, any life movement, what are you giving power to? What are we giving power to? When we investigate, when we go closer to our own movements, they're happening so called in my own body, right? In my own head. So when I'm going closer into my own being, my own movements, who am I giving power to? As you said, one can call it the detached one. The power of pure perception, the power of pure seeing, knowing. The one, as you said, who is detached from all the movements of life. So it's like this. There is a complete, almost free will. How? I can keep on fueling the sense of lack, not even knowing what I'm doing, right? I've been doing it all these years. The moment I now decide to do an experiment in life, yet, yes, I want to go closer to all my movements. Who am I now fueling? Who am I now giving strength to?
The true being that can see,
That can
that
see
sees
that.
the delusion.
Exactly, the power of seeing. And then I almost realize, oh my God, it almost is a dawning that comes. Oh my God, all these years, I was the one giving power and making the story and all the things so big. And I did not even realize it. And almost one feels liberated. Like, phew, my kids say, phew. They have this thing in the comics, coming up again and again. Phew. Like, oh my God, what a sense of relief. That all these years it was in my hands and I didn't even know it. But maybe that process, yes, Snehi, yes, the one who is looking at it, and looking is always a detached perspective, as Yasho said, because if I am looking with a biased perspective, that cannot be called as looking. That will not be pure looking, pure seeing. It will not be it. So in looking, I need a lot of courage. In seeing, going close, I need a lot of courage. Anything can come up, right? Any truth can be revealed to me. I have to be really free of all the bondage. So looking is forever, seeing or looking or pure power of observation, that is forever, that has to be free in its essence. Otherwise, it is not looking at all. So the moment I now experiment with this kind of a life where I want to go close to any experience that is happening, go close to anything that I'm feeling in the body with a relationship and all that, life becomes an adventure only then. Life ceases to be a suffering. Because whatever the opportunity, what am I doing? I'm just involved in seeing what it does. What is the plan of action? What is the drama? What is happening? And I'm willing to go close to anxiety. Let it come. I'm willing to go close to greed, lust, whatever, name all the ugly feelings, so-called ugly, portrayed as not nice. And I'm ready to explore. Why? Because now I'm giving power to what? To my seeing. I have stopped giving power to the stories in my head because I have had enough of it. Only that, because one cannot force uh, anybody on this path. Only if I had enough of chocolate cake, I'll be ready to move on and maybe try namak para or something else, But that thing, that having had enough, is very important, because that only creates this willingness to experiment in life. Otherwise, this willingness is not there. And I wonder if one can be pushed into willingness. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Nehi. What a beautiful paradox it is, that there is fear that is coming up, arising in the being, and I have the capacity to go close. And when I am meeting fear, going closer, 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 it's almost that it has the capacity to dissipate. And I'm almost in a realization that, oh my God, I was just making it up. Oh my God, I was just actually making it up. I can never ever lose anything. What is essential to my being can never be lost. So, what is the fear about? What is the fear trying to tell me that, hey, you are going to lose? What is it that I can lose? When I lose the body, even then I cannot lose my essence. So, what is it that is that the fear makes it so big? What is it? Let's see, let's explore. And then, something really beautiful happens, which I call as unfolding of life. Because each and every movement then in life almost reveals something new to me. Then life does not appear as a threat coming from outside. Then there is a oneness that I feel with life, that I am not a separate self and the universe is against me. The universe is with me. It is trying to show me so many, different aspects of my own being. And don't we crave to live in faith, that we don't have to fear, we don't have to spend our time fearing about things? Why do we crave about that? There must be something to it. That's why I crave about it. There must be something to peace and clarity and stillness and poise and beauty. Otherwise, why would I crave about it? Our education teaches us about subjects, objects, and all that. Our education, I don't remember, my education telling me that you must crave for shanti or peace or clarity or stillness. I don't remember that. Where did I get to know that? Why did I have this urge towards peace and clarity and stillness and everlasting happiness? because that is who I am. No, in the beginning, it almost mind accepts this with a little bit of doubt. Have you picked it up from some book or maybe philosophy, all that? But if you actually look at our life, the way we live our life, would I still meet that friend if that friend did not make me feel happy or good about myself? No, I would not. Would I still have children if having children, rearing up children, did not make me nice, feel, like peaceful, happy, or whatever, maybe joy? We would not. Don't we stop going to those places who give us disturbance? Why? So, whatever we are doing, if you actually go to the roots of it, we actually want rest, peace, everlasting happiness, joy, clarity, all that. It may appear on the surface that it is something else that I am looking for. But is it so? Is it so? And then we see that, yes, actually, there is almost in the crux, it melts down to these few little things. And that's why, it makes people wonder after many years of, kind of running around in life and all that, hoarding money and maybe getting a lot of houses, properties, spending a lot of time running around, people actually, begin to wonder, which they call midlife crisis, which now happens earlier, that what on earth I am running after for? I'm not peaceful. There is stress in my life. Money hasn't given me any happiness. It is only temporary thing that comes and goes. So why should I even run? So it makes us wonder, why on earth shall I keep going on in that vicious loop of going on and on and not pause or slow down and maybe taste the rasa of my own being, which is available to us 24/7. And then, it's not the end of it, obviously. It's the only a beginning of a new life. It's only a beginning that now can I begin to live life from a sense of, yes, I am enough. Because if I am doing any activity from that sense of I am enough, the quality of activity, the beauty of that activity will be different. Rather than doing an activity from, I have to really perform better because everything depends on it, and what will people think about me? I'm not good enough. So if I have all that story in my mind and I act or speak, I will see what is the difference that is there. There is more beauty in life. Then there is more grace. We talk about people full of grace. We talk about that. There is more grace that actually becomes the part of our own being, and it is our birthright. It is not something extra that is, like a medal on me. It's my birthright. That is who I truly deserve to be. My own flowering, my own blossoming. Can I now begin to partner in it? So far, whatever drama rehearsals have been happening, they may have their own importance, I'm sure. But now, when I feel ready, only now, when I feel ready for this plunge, can I now give it a chance? At every moment, I have this free will, always. And also, one needs to be very gentle with oneself. It cannot be a forced. I cannot become anxious. Grace is not coming, beauty is not coming. Obviously, it cannot be that way. Again, that will defeat the whole idea. For example, jealousy. Huh? Why I'm taking these negative emotions only? Because these are ones which make us more scared. Like we are not ready to meet them because they have so much of taboos associated with them that we dare not meet them, right? So when jealousy crops up, maybe greed crops up. So when I'm choosing now to go close. Okay, let us see for the first time what is jealousy without the label of jealousy. Where do I feel it in the body? Can I stay with these sensations, raw sensations of the body? Can I stay with them? Let us see, go close. How long can I stay with it? And we will see that the sensation is not actually that worse. I would actually be able to say that yes, if this sensation remains with me for the whole of my life, I'm okay. There is nothing to that. It's not a bad sensation. Some tinglings here and there and some burnings here and there, and that too only varying in degrees. Again, when I meet jealousy, I don't go into the story of the jealousy. The story of jealousy has given rise to this raw sensation and the strong feeling of jealousy. So now in meeting jealousy, I'm not to go in the story, because then I will be missing it again. I can be really sure about that. It will prop up again, and until I really meet it fully. And then I also see that, okay, greed. So it's almost that you meet them for once, and the hold that they show on you, the whole being, they come with such a fierce grip on your being कि तुम्हें बस उठा के ले जाएंगे. All that grip loosens. It is gone. The next time when jealousy comes up, it is almost like 1/100th of the strength that it came with when you first met it. And then slowly we will see that there would actually be no need for that particular emotion or that particular feeling, because yeah, it would just not be needed. I have met it fully. And any action, it's not a passive state of being. Any action that is needed to be done in external situation, now that action actually comes from actually a sense of really a deep uh, enoughness. I am enough within your being, and then whatever is right will be done. You would intuitively know what is the right action I need to do in this situation. You will actually not need to plan, think too much. It will be just like tuck tuck tuck. The very reason that we are so much in dilemma while choosing what to do, what not to do, is that we are only always in the mental domain and rarely connected deeply with our being. The more we give chance to this seeing aspect, that yes, let's go close, let's see what it is, the more we give chance and power to that, the more we see that yeah, I know what is to be done in this particular situation. There is a knowing in me. And even when that particular decision may appear to be a wrong one, there is no one in me who wants to be kind of in a defensive mode, that I did right, but this what happens. So there is no defense that is needed, because whether it is a right action, it does not add on to me. If it is a action which appears like a mistake, it does not subtract anything out of me. So I have nothing else to lose. I have nothing to lose. I can easily get crowned by that mistake or the success. Doesn't matter. Almost a kind of an equanimity, one can say. And real equanimity cannot come if I am not in touch with this truth, the light of my being. The real equanimity cannot come. It can be just a shallow equanimity, and ऊपर ऊपर से शो कर रही हूँ कि सब कुछ ठीक है, but अंदर से पता है बहुत गड़बड़ है. And it's good not to be in hypocrisy about that, because it's just being dishonest with myself. Because if the success adds something to my being, it is not possible that the failure would not subtract, because I am stationed in the surface consciousness. I am saying that if something gets done very beautiful, I am the one who do it, and therefore I cannot avoid when the failure happens that I am the one who did it. So the blame and the success, all they are just dualities attached together. But if I'm coming from that deep knowing and seeing within the being that, okay, this was the right action needed to be done, I did not have any personal agenda associated with it, I did not take it as it will add on something to my stature, so it cannot subtract. Let us take the failure also as an experience. So then what is to fear? Yeah, keep sharing, otherwise I can just keep on going. So those of us who have joined us later, if you have anything that you would like to share or throw in front of us to reflect upon.
Yeah, Monica, yes, I'm Viren here. Sorry I joined late actually, but
Yes, Viren.
one of the things that I try to calm my mind by doing yoga and meditation and all that stuff. Okay, but it is incredibly difficult to stay focused. Many days I still feel like okay, ठीक है आज नहीं करना है करके. Uh, I know everything that it needs to be done. I know all that stuff, but it's incredibly difficult to stay on course day after day, week after week, month after month. And the tendency is there to slip back. So, is there some way to get out of this? Because it's that itself is also straining on the mind. It's not anything else.
So what kind of activity are you saying that you are trying to do and you are losing focus?
So I actually do a lot of things, but so for example, my regular 45 minutes walk that has been going on, okay. But in addition to that, I've also started, reading 15 pages of scriptures every day, whether it is Bhagavad Gita or Ramcharitamrita, whatever, in any combination, 15 pages per day. And then I also try to do yoga and meditation for 45 minutes in the evening. So if I add up all the time this takes, 45 minutes for a walk, then reading these 15 pages takes another 30 minutes, then another 45 minutes. I find it's too much, and that's one part of it. And the tendency to is try and skip some or all of it, actually, on some days.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
how
I
can one stay
understand.
on course? Because I understand it helps, it actually over a period of time, it has helped to calm nerves down. Okay, it is not that it is not helping.
Yeah.
But the effort required is too much.
Yes. You're right. Okay. Now I think I get it. Yeah. So again, as we were discussing, Birenji, that if I give anything at all, such a big stake that if I am not doing this, that I am not enough. If I am not managing the 45 minutes yoga, there is something that I am missing, right? And if I'm able to do the 45 minutes chanting yoga and the scriptures and all that, then there is something that gets added on to my being. I feel worthy. So what is happening is, in the disguise of these spiritual activities, I'm actually doing the same thing. What am I telling myself? If I do these three things, I get more, I become more, and that's why you are feeling you have to put so much effort to keep up pace with these activities. Because if I miss any of those, I am not enough. कहीं ना कहीं ये स्टोरी होगी ही होगी.
Okay. I have not analyzed it like that, but could be.
सोच के देखो, imagine that brain is doing all these activities out of a sense of maybe that I love doing these activities. Okay, I want to spend my time there. And there is another brain who is doing these activities. Oh my god, if I don't do this, then I'm not good enough. There's something missing in my life. And that's the point I was touching earlier. Good that you brought it up. I was touching that the essential truth of your being, who you truly are, there can be nothing added onto it by reading all these scriptures. Obviously, scriptures give us clarity. I'm not going there, I'm not denying that. But how am I using the scriptures? The scriptures now are used actually to become anxious about them, about myself. So, is that the right way to use even scriptures?
Okay.
While the idea should be how you can actually do it, that you don't make it a practice of putting it a schedule of 15 pages of Gita. You don't need 15 pages at all. One line of Gita, done.
Okay. Sure. Got it.
You would see, you see how much richness these things have.
Right.
So then you would not be exerting yourself in order to become good, because you know that you already are enough.
Okay.
But I understand that when you say that I want to read these, I understand that you want to say that it gives me clarity, it gives me strength to go on in life.
Right. It does that, but more importantly was, previously I had so much turmoil in my life. It actually brought an element of calmness also. So
Beautiful.
putting some structure to this also brought that. So I but again, like with this, while it did all that, so everything has a point of diminishing returns. If we talk about the economics, basically,
Exactly.
right? So uh, it helped in the initial stage. Now the effort required to keep up, like today I wanted to do meditation in the evening. I said, okay, nahi karna hai today.
Hmm.
I did it yesterday, but that sort of thing keeps happening.
Yes. I think it's completely okay. You're not going wrong at all. You cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. No, it's like a pattern that helped me, a pattern that helped me 5 years ago. I don't need that pattern anymore, because I'm not the same external being. I'm not the same person. So if I'm actually trying to keep up with that pattern which I followed 2 years ago, I will be exerting myself and I will be requiring extra focus. Oh my God, कैसे पूरा करूं आज का काम?
Okay, got it. I think this brought some clarity. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So be very easy, very gentle on your being. There is, you can never get more. You can never get less. So do whatever comes to you organically. Make it a part of your life. If you want to give it a structure, give it a structure, but let it be a little fluid structure. कि अगर 45 मिनट्स की जगह आज आधा घंटा भी हो गया और उसमें मुझे आई एम फीलिंग फुलफिल्ड, हे क्रॉस कर दो 45 मिनट्स को. नेम्स ही तो है, नंबर्स ही तो है.
Right.
या एंड होता क्या है कि हम वी आर सो मच इनटू फाइनेंसेस, इकोनॉमिक्स की नंबर्स हमारे सिर पे चढ़ के हमारे ऊपर बोलने लग जाते हैं. वी आर नॉट नंबर्स. वी कैन यूज नंबर्स. सो डोंट लेट नंबर्स रूल यू. You have more power than those numbers. No. Yeah. So yeah, keep
Thank
it
you.
very fluid. Yeah. It's almost, reminds me of जैसे पुराने पहले जमाने में, we had some rituals, right? And those rituals were according to those times. Electricity was not there, and people had to get up early in the morning so that the light is there, and then go to the bed in a time that, so that they can again rise up. And जैसे झाड़ू वाड़ू नहीं लगाते थे पहले के जमाने में, झाड़ू रात को नहीं लगाते थे और रात को इसलिए नहीं लगाते थे बिकॉज लाइट नहीं होती थी. So they would not get to know कि क्या आ रहा है कचरे में, maybe it's a dangerous element or whatever. And without even asking, without even questioning, stopping, giving it a pause and kind of investigating into those rituals, we still have that ability to say कि रात को झाड़ू नहीं लगाते. We don't even question कि क्यों नहीं लगाते रात को झाड़ू. आप लगा सकते हैं अगर जरूरत पड़े, किसी बच्चे ने कचरा कर दिया, तुम्हें झाड़ू लगाना है और पीछे याद आ रहा है कि मदर इन लॉ या मदर कहती है कि रात को झाड़ू नहीं लगाते, रात को झाड़ू नहीं लगाते, एटलीस्ट वंडर अबाउट इट, दैट क्यों बोला गया होगा कि रात को झाड़ू नहीं लगाते. Now we have lights, we can use the jhadu. So it's almost like that if there is a old pattern, a pattern not even that old, maybe it served me well a month ago, and if the same pattern brings me anxiety, I have to immediately drop it or change it, kind of flex it into a different way, whatever suits my present situation. So that freedom one must always have. And again, I think it's really beautiful that you noticed this sense of effort that you were needing, because this is again a signal that you're stretching somewhere yourself, where you don't actually need to. Now that doesn't mean that when we are learning a new skill, there also we need to put some effort in that new skill, है ना. शुरू में काफी discomfort होता है if I'm learning to maybe drive a car or anything else, but that discomfort is a welcome discomfort. I love to go through that discomfort. I know that it may be uneasy at times, but I love to do that because I want to learn this particular skill. But this uneasiness that you shared, this is something which actually needs to uh, as if the message needed to be kind of read, and it's good that you were sensitive enough to notice that there is this effort now that is needed. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So those of us who have again, I see some few people joining us later, so we are just going through our life challenges and meeting them, going closer to them and finding strength through them. And no challenge is big or small, each and every challenge is welcome. So if you have anything that you would like to share or not, that is also okay. Please share by unmuting or typing in the chat window. Anything that we share here, you have no clue how helpful it is for anyone who is listening to these recordings later, or even for each one of us who is joining today, right? So I understand that there may be always a hesitation to share anything personal, but since you are anyway video off, all of you, so and the names are so common that anyone can have that name. So do encourage yourself to share your bit, and you have no idea how much help that is for anybody who is listening to these recordings later on. Through we share our challenges, so we learn through each other's sharing. Your question can help me, my question can help you. So yeah. Yeah. Yes, Jasmine. So okay. Yes. Okay. So let me first answer Akash ji. Akash ji has questioned or shared that one gets panicky and anxious at times, and what can one do in those times, right? When one is anxious and full of panic. So Akash ji, when you were not there, we were discussing, but I'll again share it in your context. So how the approach that we take here, we go closer to the anxiety. So if I see anxiety rising up in my being, I go close to it. I don't run away from it, seeing that, oh my God, anxiety has come, now what to do, where to go, not like that. Because that I have been doing for a long time. That you have been doing, right? We all have done that. And that has not helped. The anxiety is still there, the panic is still there. So we take now that I choose to slow down and meet anxiety, only then, if you are willing, what do I do? The moment I see, yes, that anxiety or fear of loneliness or whatever has come again in my being, what do I do? Now, when you go close to the anxiety, you will see that anxiety में दो चीजें होंगी. क्या चीज होगी? पहली चीज होगी स्टोरी अबाउट एंजाइटी. क्यों मुझे परेशान होना चाहिए? क्या क्या रीजन है जिनको सोच सोच के मैं परेशान हो सकता हूं? So that is the story of anxiety, right? So this plus the raw sensation in the body, कि बॉडी में एंजाइटी क्या बन के आती है? मे बी जलन हो रही है छाती में, chest is burning, maybe butterflies in the stomach or anything like that, right? So this is how we go close. We know that anxiety, we see that anxiety is made up of story, the story element, मैं और मेरी कहानी, plus the bodily sensation of anxiety. ठीक है? अब जब हम मिलेंगे एंजाइटी से, तो कैसे मिलेंगे? हम बॉडी सेंसेशन के साथ रहेंगे कि जब मैं एंग्शियस होता हूं या एंजाइटी डेवलप होने लगती है, तो बॉडी में क्या फीलिंग हो रही है, मैं उसके साथ रहता हूं. I don't go into the story of my head कि मुझे एंशियस क्यों होना चाहिए, क्यों वाजिब है मेरा एंशियस होना, उसमें नहीं जाएंगे। क्योंकि इमेजिन कीजिए ना आकाश जी, अगर आप आए हैं हमसे मिलने के लिए, राइट, आप बैठे हैं सामने, हाँ, और मैं आपसे मिलने की बजाय, आपसे रूबरू होने के बजाय, व्हाट एम आई डूइंग, आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट आकाश जी। Will I ever be able to meet you in person, you who are sitting right in front of me? Never. So this is a little kind of, if I can use a tool that we use, that if I now want to meet anxiety, देखती हूं कि इसमें कितना दम है, या सिर्फ फुलावा ही है, सिर्फ इट्स लाइक अ बलून एंड इट्स नथिंग देयर, ऑलमोस्ट हवा भरी हुई है, राइट? So you go close, and the way you go close is you stay with the bodily sensation of so-called anxiety, and you will see that it would not be that much of an effort. आपको इतना ज्यादा डिफिकल्टी नहीं होगी उसमें। एक शर्त है इसमें, शर्त यह है कि द मोमेंट आई गेट एब्जॉर्ब्ड इन द स्टोरी अबाउट एंजाइटी, अगेन आई हैव स्टॉप्ड द मीटिंग एज इफ द मीटिंग हैज एंडेड। और होता क्या है, इफ यू कैन propel yourself, compel yourself to stay with the raw sensation of anxiety in the body, you will see that the anxiety will lose grip over you. आपके ऊपर वो जो पकड़ बना के अभी बैठी हुई है, हवा बना के बैठी हुई है, it will not be able to have that grip over you. So this is one way of meeting anything: anxiety, panic, fear, jealousy, lust, greed, anything. I don't go into the story about all those labels. I just stay with the raw sensation of so-called jealousy, fear, stay with it in the body and see what it is. So this is how you can actually go about it. It's almost, आप imagine कीजिए कि दूर से आपको दिख रही है मिराज है, सड़कों पे मिराज दिखती है जब गर्मियों के टाइम होते हैं, दूर से आपको दिख रहा है मिराज है, हाँ, पानी दिख रहा है। How to check whether it is real or not? Go close. जो झूठा होगा वो गायब हो जाएगा। यू विल सी, ओ माय गॉड, दूर से लग रहा था, यहां तो कुछ था ही नहीं। और जो सच्चा होगा वो आपको पता लग जाएगा कि है क्या इसमें, राइट? यस, यस। So you are saying I get trembling of my hands and acidity, right? And it is again, as if you have been, आप उसको पेट्रोल देते आ रहे हैं। हम बहुत समय से मैं अपनी कहानी को पेट्रोल देता आ रहा हूं, तो अब उस कहानी ने मेरे ऊपर इतनी बड़ी ग्रिप बना ली है, इतना बड़ा हवा बना लिया मेरे ऊपर कि मैं उस पूरी कहानी को खरीद चुका हूं। मैं, वो कहानी एक्चुअली मेरी जिंदगी जी रही है, मैं नहीं जी रहा जिंदगी। तो आप धीरे धीरे देखो, ये जो काम है ये बहुत स्लो प्रोसेस है, इट्स अ वेरी स्लो प्रोसेस, इट्स अ डे टू डे प्रोसेस। नाउ आपने जो 10 सालों में आपने जो ये जमा पूंजी इकट्ठी करी है, जिसने हमें ट्रेम्बलिंग सेंसेशन दिया बॉडी में, वो एक दिन के सेशन से खत्म नहीं हो जाएगी, बट फर्क आपको दिखेगा अगर आप बैठोगे उसके साथ। हाँ, तो इसके लिए बहुत डेडिकेशन चाहिए आकाश जी। अगर आप उसके लिए तैयार हैं तो इस पथ पे चलें, और अगर वही जिंदगी जीनी है पुरानी वाली, डर के, एंजाइटी में, पैनिक में, तो आपकी चॉइस है, राइट? तो अब जब now I understand when you say that the hands become, hands shake and tremble. And why do hands shake? Because the story of my head about the anxiety that has entered my body, when I feed or nurse a story for a long time, it enters my body, it becomes my truth. चिकने बर्तन होते हैं ना, जिन पे बहुत ज्यादा कुछ जमा होता है, एक ही बर्तन में बार बार चाय बना रहे हैं, चाय बना रहे हैं, चाय बना रहे हैं, क्या होता है उस बर्तन का हाल? चिपक जाता है ना, सब कुछ चिपका हुआ है, साइडों पे, किनारों पे, पीछे जला हुआ है। तो अब ऐसे बर्तन को साफ करने में कितना समय लगेगा? ज्यादा। You will have to keep that vessel in hot water with soap for a long time. तो अपने ऊपर डेडिकेशन से लगे रहना है, राइट, सो दैट एक्चुअली दैट एंजाइटी लूजेस ग्रिप ओवर यू। ठीक है, तो अभी जब आप कह रहे हैं इमेजिन दैट एंजाइटी कम्स टू मी, आई एम आकाश, एंजाइटी कम्स टू मी एंड आई सी दैट, सो एंजाइटी ऐसे नहीं आ गई, एकदम से कहीं से नहीं आ गई, आप उसके बारे में सोच रहे थे बहुत देर तक, राइट, इनके प्रति आपने सेंसिटिव होना है, अपना समय आपने वहां लगाना है जो आपके दिमाग को क्लैरिफाई करता है। You have to actually put yourself in those activities more often which clear up your mind, clears up your mind. So आपको ये सचेत होना है अपने प्रति, you have to become very very aware that what am I doing? For 2 hours I have been thinking about one story in a loop. What is the end result? The trembling of the hands. You cannot stop it. So what I have to do is I have to become very very sensitive. जैसे ही कोई स्टोरी मेरे दिमाग में आती है, मुझे देखना है कि ये स्टोरी तो मैं सालों से सोचता आ रहा हूं, ये मेरा हाल किया है इसने, मुझे और नहीं जाना अंदर। ठीक है, द मोमेंट यू से दैट टू द स्टोरी इन द हेड, आपने बोला नो, मुझे और नहीं सोचना उसके बारे में, उसके साथ एक पैरेलली एक और काम है जो आप करेंगे। क्या काम है पैरेलली? यू विल स्टे विद दैट ट्रेम्बलिंग in your body without thinking about the story for as much time as needed. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. When that trembling has lost all the energy that it carried, it will leave you. But parallelly, very very important, parallelly what you have to do is you do not have to feed and entertain the stories about anxiety. नहीं तो इसका कोई अंत नहीं है, कोई अंत नहीं है इसका। आप ही हैं, आपको ये पहचानना पड़ेगा कि आप ही हैं जो इसको पेट्रोल दे रहा है। कैसे? सोच सोच के, सोच सोच के, सोच सोच के, राइट। सो द पावर, द फ्यूल इज इन योर हैंड्स। अब आप वही वाला फ्यूल इधर ना देके, स्टोरी में ना देके, कहां यूज करेंगे? बीइंग विद द ट्रेम्बलिंग ऑफ द हैंड्स एंड द बॉडी एंड द एसिडिटी इन द बॉडी, आप यहां अपनी एनर्जी लगाएंगे। within no time you will get back and reclaim all the power that you have lost being in that story. सारी पावर आप ही के पास आ जाएगी वापस, जो अभी की स्टोरी में लगी हुई है, घूमी हुई है स्टोरी के अंदर, राइट। share if I have not clarified anything, or if you have still any ifs and buts, do share, feel free to share. So vigilance is very important. The moment the story arises in my being, मुझे जैसे ही दिखा कि ओ फिर से स्टोरी आ गई, अब मुझे नहीं जाना उस जगह, क्योंकि उस जगह जा जाके ही मैंने अपना ये हाल किया है। I have to actually take charge of myself. And parallelly, you stay with the raw sensation of the anxiety. तो आकाश जी, this is what we call as self love, अपने प्रति प्यार, है ना। अगर हम अपने आप को रियली में प्यार करते हैं तो हम जरूर अपने आप को ये मौका देंगे अपनी सारी की सारी एनर्जी वापस लेने का उस स्टोरी से, क्योंकि ऐसा हो नहीं सकता कि एंजाइटी है जीवन में और कोई स्टोरी नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता। आप देखेंगे ये अपने लिए, यू विल फाइंड दैट इट इज ट्रू, राइट। या थैंक यू, थैंक यू। Okay, so Jasmine ji has shared something. Jasmine, you're sharing the challenges as you change and unlearn all the conditioning. People around you don't. Yes, it makes it challenging to live with new perspective. Yes, it is challenging, and even living with those people otherwise is also challenging. So you choose your challenge, almost. And one thing is that when you say people in your life do not have the same understanding as you now are trying to live from, right? I'm completely empathizing with you. I also have to see that for so many years, I also did not have that understanding, but people tolerated me somehow, right? Having said that, I would not say that it is okay to stay in abusive relationships or where you are really at non-peace owing to the whole situation. Do the right action, whatever right action is needed in that situation, right? But along with this new understanding, there is also a compassion that arises in my being, empathy almost, that if I can be in that situation for so many years, this fellow also is, right? Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. And as you said, it is okay if they don't change, completely fine. And if you see an opening to share something, do share, as long as you have the space for being you, right? That is very, very important. That is what we call as healthy boundaries. That you don't interfere or poke into the affairs of, usually people who are so close and living in one family, they have this habit of poking into each other's life. I think that is something which is really very unhealthy. So one actually needs to empower oneself and say that, yes, I need this space. This is my life. I was not born as your wife. I was not born as your daughter. I was not born as your daughter-in-law, whatever the role may suffocate you, right? I was born free. So I have full right to have that freedom to live my life. But at the same time, I also have to be very, very sure of the path that I'm taking in my life. I have to be really fully sure of that path. Otherwise, one can just go in any direction. And then I would also gather the strength to say it out, communicate to the other person that I need this space to be. Yeah. आकाश जी, आप जब नहीं थे ना, तो हम एक और बात कर रहे थे जो मैं आपके लिए दोहराना चाहूंगी। जब आप एंजाइटी को मिलते हैं या फियर को मिलते हैं, एनीथिंग दैट ओवर पावर्स यू, हाँ, जिसके ऊपर आपकी जिसकी ग्रिप हमारे ऊपर हो जाती है ना, कोई भी टेंशन है, स्ट्रेस है, सो नाउ इफ यू आर नाउ टेकिंग दिस स्टेप कि चलो अब मिलते हैं, मिल के देखते हैं, तो उस स्टेप में आगे बढ़ने में आप एक्चुअली बढ़ावा किसको दे रहे हैं? व्हाट आर यू गिविंग स्ट्रेंथ टू? यू आर गिविंग स्ट्रेंथ टू दिस प्योर सीइंग एस्पेक्ट, देखने वाला, मेरे में जो देखने की शक्ति रखता है, मेरे में जो जानने की शक्ति रखता है, आप उसको स्ट्रेंथ दे रहे हैं। अब आप अपनी स्टोरीज को स्ट्रेंथ नहीं दे रहे। पेट्रोल वाले आप ही थे, पेट्रोल का जो क्या कहते हैं, पाइप और या जो भी होता है ना पेट्रोल का, जिससे गाड़ी में पेट्रोल भरते हैं, वो अभी भी आपके हाथ में है। अभी तक हम कहाँ पे दे रहे थे? थॉट्स में, अपनी स्टोरीज में, इमेजिनेशंस में, ये नहीं करूंगा तो वो हो जाएगा, वो नहीं करूंगा तो वो हो जाएगा, राइट? अभी आपने इधर लगा के रखा था। अब आप किसको शक्ति दे रहे हैं? जब आप एंजाइटी को अलाउ कर रहे हैं, एंजाइटी है और अब आप उसको बॉडी में फील कर रहे हैं कि कहाँ कहाँ है, देखें जरा, रहते हैं इसके साथ, मजे लेते हैं, राइट? अब आप किसको पावर दे रहे हैं? आप अपनी ही शक्ति को पावर दे रहे हैं। अपनी शक्ति जो देखने की कैपेसिटी रखती है, ऑब्जर्वेशन, इन्वेस्टिगेशन, क्वेश्चनिंग की कैपेसिटी रखती है, वो सारी चीजों को आप शक्ति दे रहे हैं। तो पेट्रोल वाले अभी भी आप हैं, लेकिन अब आप चॉइस यूज कर सकते हैं। इधर की जगह आप इधर लगा सकते हैं पेट्रोल, राइट? और आप देखेंगे कि बहुत बार ऐसा होगा अभी, क्योंकि बिगिनिंग में होता है ना ऐसा। आदत कहाँ है पेट्रोल देने की? स्टोरी में। तो बार बार हाथ जाएगा पहले इधर, लेकिन मुड़ जाएगा बार बार स्टोरी की तरफ, क्योंकि आदत है ना, पुरानी टेंडेंसी है ना। इमेजिन करिए कि आपकी किचन थी या ऑफिस था, उसमें पहले आपका फ्रिज कहीं और रखा होता था, तो पुरानी आदत क्या होती है बॉडी की? बार बार उसी तरफ जाते हैं हम जहां फ्रिज होता था, लेकिन अब फ्रिज की डायरेक्शन चेंज हो गई है, अब फ्रिज वहां है नहीं जहां होता था, तो अब धीरे धीरे आपको नए तरीके से अपने आप को ढालना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो आदत बार बार यही कहेगी, पुरानी आदत, कि फिर से स्टोरी के बारे में सोचने लग जाओ, फिर से बेकार हो जाओ, फिर से अपने दिमाग को कीचड़ से भर लो, हाँ, कहानी से भर लो। लेकिन हमने बार बार अपने आप को मोड़ना कहाँ है? अब बहुत हो गया कहानी में जाना, मैं बहुत जी चुका हूं इसको, अब मुझे ये देखना है, नया एक्सपेरिमेंट करना है। आई वॉन्ट टू स्टे विद द रॉ सेंसेशन ऑफ एंग्जाइटी एंड नॉट इन द स्टोरी अबाउट एंग्जाइटी, राइट? सो जस्ट शेयरिंग, बिकॉज इन द बिगिनिंग वन में फील डिसहार्टेंड, है ना, कि हो ही नहीं रहा, ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, राइट? ये तो बहुत मुश्किल है, राइट? सो इनिशियली इट फील्स लाइक दैट, सो उससे we don't have to get discouraged. Yeah. So we have about 15, I would say 15 to 20 minutes more, if one has anything to share or not. No, one more thing, anxiety and panic is something we all go through, right? I have also been through anxiety and panic. And what is happening in those moments when I'm in the grip of anxiety and panic, that owing to the stories in my head, मैंने किसी चीज को इतना ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट बना दिया है, इतना ज्यादा उसको इम्पोर्टेंट बना दिया है मैंने ही, एज आई वाज सेइंग, दैट आई हैव बीन गिविंग फ्यूल टू इट, that it feels that if that thing is lost or not given to me or lost, whatever the context may be, कुछ ऐसा है जो बहुत जरूरी मुझसे छिन जाएगा. So one has to actually almost immerse oneself in that surety कि चाहे आपके साथ कितना भी so called बुरा आपकी स्टोरी बताए आपको हो सकता है, हाँ, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जो बुरा हो सकता है. जो सबसे बुरा था वो हो चुका है, सबसे जो बुरी घटना थी वो घट चुकी है, और उसी के लिए हम आज हैं यहाँ पे. वो बुरी घटना थी कि अपने ही आप से वंचित रह जाना, अपने ही आप को आपसे चूके रह जाना इस जिंदगी में, अपने आप को ही ना मिल पाना. To miss this life while living a life, this was the most dreadful thing that could have happened. That has already happened. It is a thing of the past now. इससे ज्यादा बुरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. So whenever anxiety comes, fear comes, a thing of anything comes which drenches us wet in its grip, one has to actually tell oneself like a friend that nothing can happen which can take away my essence from me. I can lose nothing. Only then I will have the power to go close to each and every movement of life. I may have done 100 crimes. सरफेस कॉन्शियसनेस पे ये दिखेगा कि ये बंदा तो इविल, कुछ नहीं हो सकता इसका. उस बंदे का भी कुछ हो सकता है. Why? Because what we are can never be lost. And that is why rehabilitation can be done. Now that's a different matter, that having drenched myself in 10,000 acts of evil, I will have hard time letting go of all the stories in my head and the guilt and the shame and all that. And that's why the importance of a day to day practice like this. आप खाना खाते हैं, right? Maybe I'm having a tea, right? Now you see that the moment you have tea, after a few while you go into the kitchen and you wash and rinse the cup, done. But if I let stay that cup for a long time, what happens? The remaining, the residual tea sticks to that cup, and it is hard to wash that cup. So the moment जैसे ही मुझे जिंदगी में कुछ भारीपन दिखे, और अगर मैं उस भारीपन से सचेत हूं, उसके प्रति सतर्क हूं, I have to wash it right then. That is the easiest. I'm not saying that the other thing, obviously we are doing that, right? It can be done. But the more and more I become aware of this process of living light, right? Living with a lighter load, not a heavier burden, not even a load, living with a lightness, right? The more I am becoming aware to it, वैसे वैसे होगा क्या कि जैसे ही भारीपन आएगा, I'll actually not be able to take it. I'll look at it immediately and it'll vanish away. I'll look at it, vanish away, look at it, vanish away. पहले क्या हो रहा था? पहले वो 5 दिन तक इकट्ठा होता जाता था, और फिर चौथे दिन, छठे दिन मेरा, जैसे होता है ना, लोग कहते हैं सब्र का बांध टूट गया, because I was not even there all those 5-6 days. So the more we are waking up to our own self, our own life, the more this practice of the more this practice of getting rid of the burden as soon as you see it, you become capable to see it, right? Many times it may happen that the burden has come in a way that one becomes capable only later to see it, and that is also okay, right? Depends on situation to situation. But then, as Jasmine has shared, that the cycle becomes shorter, जैसे पहले 5 दिन बाद पता लगता था कि क्या हो रहा है, अब 1 दिन में पता लग जाएगा, या आधे दिन में, या कुछ पलों में पता लग जाने लगता है कि कुछ हुआ है जो ठीक नहीं था, right? And then you look at it, you sort it out immediately, you check it off if not needed. Yeah. And that is an act of kindness. That is being kind to myself. That is love towards myself, which we call loving myself, right? We talk about self-love. This is what self-love is. That I am not allowing any muck on my being anymore, no matter how important that muck may seem, right? Yeah. So yeah, last 5 minutes I would say, and we have 2 new people who have joined us for the first time, and I would like to thank you for participating, Amit and Akash. And if you have anything that you would like to stay in touch with our group uh, for the upcoming sessions, please drop in your number in the chat window so that we can keep you in loop. जो भी नए सेशंस होते हैं, अगर आप आना चाहें सिर्फ तभी, तो अपना नंबर अगर आप छोड़ देंगे चैट विंडो में, then we can keep you updated about those sessions. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Akash ji. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Jasmine. Okay, so I'm just sharing the website link for the new people. You can go through this website. Amit and Akash, you can go through this website. Yes, Snehi, thank you for joining. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Birenji. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Bye-bye. Thank you, Raji. Bye-bye.